Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I highlight and contour. So let's get started. Hey! Alright, so first things first, we're going to start with my primer, and this is by e.l.f. as soon as I get it. It's my Poreless Putty Primer. I like it so far, it's not too bad. It really minimized the pores, that's the purpose of it. It's supposed to make you look pretty flawless for the most part, and it's still summer, so this is pretty helpful. Once I put that all over my face and my forehead, just pretty much put it everywhere. If you have dry skin, you probably won't need this, but it's pretty helpful if you have pretty big pores or whatever. Once we get that all in there, then we're gonna go into foundation. Which is by Maybelline. It's the same foundation I've been using for the last few videos. Just need one pump because you're going to use a lot of products, so you don't need a lot of foundation. And plus this Maybelline is pretty full coverage, so I don't need to use a lot of it. So we're going to get that everywhere, blend it all out, put a little bit on my forehead, and just keep blending. Pretty much you can't tell the difference between your skin and the foundation itself. Then we're going to go into concealer. I'm going to use two as soon as I find them. So we're going to use the Maybelline one. This one, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the pink one. So what it does is bounce light back off of your face, so it's going to make that highlight look a lot brighter. And then we're going to use my Maybelline, I think this is Tan Sand or something, and we're going to put that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, the middle of my forehead, and on my chin. I put too much on my chin, but you get the gist. I have a lot of face. So I'm going to take my beauty blender, which is by Eco Tools. It's just their beauty blender sponge. I really like it. And then we're just gonna blend that all out. My chin, the bridge of my nose, the middle of my forehead. And just blend that all out till it's pretty much seamless. I'm trying to see what my daughter is doing. She's an energy bunny. Anyways, we're gonna blend out underneath my eyes. And I did do my eyeliner and my eye makeup and my eyebrows off camera because they just take too long. But if you guys want to see how I do my eyebrows and my eyeliner, just let me know in the comments and I'll do one dedicated for that one. We're gonna just keep blending that out until it's seamless. If you don't know what highlight and contour is, what it is just to bring out the good the highlight part is just to bring out the good part of your face, and the contour is just supposed to kind of structure the areas that you kind of just want to hide a little bit. So that's the whole purpose of highlight and contour. And we're just gonna keep blending that out until it's seamless. I spent a lot of time blending out this part because I put a little too much on there. And once we're done with that, we're gonna go straight into contour. Now these are my foundation sticks, and I want to say you get them by L'Oreal, and this is in the color 412. I think you can be able to see it says 412, and this looks like espresso. So this is pretty dark, but it's way more creamy. Stick foundations are way more creamier than regular foundations. I don't know, I really don't know why, but they work a lot better. And they're easier to blend than you buying a palette that's strictly for highlight and contour. Just buy foundation sticks. They're a lot easier to blend. Once you place that in all the contour places of your face, which is like around the forehead, right underneath your highlight, underneath the chin, or on the side of your face like I did, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend. So this is a stippling brush I get from e.l.f. as well. These are all drugstore. You can get them all at Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, CVS, wherever you can pretty much find them. They're pretty much there. And then we're just going to go ahead and just blend that out. Just take your time. That's the best way to really help you get it down, is just pick a day and pick your time to blend this out. Even though cream sticks are a lot easier to blend, they do take up a lot, like they take up a lot of space because they blend out so well. So just take your time and just kind of blend them into the areas that you want the most. And you can kind of tell that it's still darker, but I'm gonna show you here in a couple more minutes, a little later, how to make that all one. Just makes my face look better. And then we're gonna do the other side and just blend that out. And that's the whole point of contour. It just kind of makes those cheekbones look a lot higher, makes that chin more chiseled, makes your nose more snatched, if you want your nose more snatched. And that's just how we're gonna do it. And you don't really have to do this. 9 times out of 10, I barely do this. Like a lot of my photos, if you've ever seen them, or even the last few videos, I barely had to contour. I faked my contour for most of the time, which is pretty easier. And it's easier for me. Like I said, it's hot it's hot now, it's July. You don't really need to do this, but I just wanted to show you my version. I feel that it's a little quicker of how I do it when I really want that structure. I want my face just to look like bam, 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 bam. That's how I really want my face. So then I'm gonna contour it out. I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna work it out, make it look good. And then do that nose. As you can see, I kind of pulled my hand back a little bit on my stippling brush because you don't want to push so hard and you don't want a lot of pressure in that area. So you just kind of want to just hold it by the end of the brush and just blend it out very slowly. Just take your time. It is a little sped up, but don't worry about it. And then we're gonna go back and put back some of that highlight in there where my nose is, because sometimes I put too much contour there. Then we're just gonna cut that, blend it out a little more. Then we're gonna go in and set everything. So we're gonna set my concealer. This is my Maybelline setting powder. It's in the number 30. And then we're gonna go ahead and set that like I always do. I bake my chin because it breaks up the most, and then the rest I kind of just blend in. I just set it basically. If you don't know the difference between setting and baking, baking is that you place a good amount of the powder in that area and you let it sit while you do the rest of your face. Setting is when you go in and you kind of keep patting it in. You don't use a lot of the powder and you just kind of pat that in until it looks more like skin. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just setting it in place versus baking it. Because I don't need to bake underneath my eyes because they're kind of drier underneath there. Don't know why. It's just a weird. I try baking. Doesn't work for me in the rest of my face. So I just do my chin so it just doesn't break up. I'm going to do the other side. Just get as much as that off. It might look like I have a lot on that sponge, but it's not. It's really not. There's barely any on there. And we're just going to pat that out and just set it. And just keep setting. Then we're going to go back and just take away the excess off from my chin because it's sat long enough. And that part's all good. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a face mist. And we're just kind of set this part of my face basically where it's at. It just kind of helps melt everything together and I'm gonna do this at least 3 or 4 times. So this gives me that glow, that everything comes together. Everything is pretty much seamless doing it this way when you keep spraying it. And that's pretty much what's worked to me for the last couple weeks for the most part. especially, like I said, it's hot, so I don't want my face to melt off. I don't want it to break up. I don't want it to smear. So this is the best way of doing it. So then we're going to go in with my favorite bronzer. It's Bronze It by L'Oreal. They only have two. So they have the light one and this is the dark one. So we're going to take that bronzer, we're going to put it in the contour parts of my face and down the sides of my neck, because that's kind of how I contour my neck basically. And as you can see, I use this bronzer all the time. But what makes this different is because of the contour, it makes it look darker from underneath. So when you place it, for me, it works the same, but it kind of gives it more structure with the bronzer, because the bronzer is already dark, but if you put a darker, when you put that contouring, it just makes it a little bit even more darker. If you can see, or you can't understand what I'm trying to say. She was jumping on her bed. So we're gonna blend that out. Once you set it, then go ahead and just blend it out, roll it around. Then I'm gonna take my big kabuki brush, and we're gonna take my blush, which is like called Toasted Almond by Black Radiance, and we're gonna place it on my cheeks because it's a blush, and then we're gonna go around my face, and this is what brings back the color in my face. This is why I look so bronze or warm in all my photos, and pretty much all my photos. This is what makes me look warm, is that color, because the blush is like a orangey, burnt orange, anything that's burnt orange or anything if you're my skin color, even in the wintertime. But if you're my skin color just a little bit darker, usually an orange tone type blush that's a little dark helps, but just bring your whole face in, because that's your undertone color. Then we're gonna put these lashes on. Like I said, the best way I learned how to do it is look in a mirror, look completely down, and then you place it, and then go 1, 2, 3, and then use your fingers. They also make tools to kind of like pinch them in, but I just use my fingers. Sometimes I use the tools, sometimes I don't, but I use my fingers for the most part. Especially because I don't have any nails anymore, because my job doesn't require them and they don't allow it, so I just use my fingers. Go 1, 2, 3. And these lashes I got from the Makeup Box, which is a beauty bar out of my town. And these are the color, but these are the style Stella. It was Queen Bee. Sorry, it was Queen Bee. These are really nice. I like Cocoa lashes because I don't really have to cut them. Like, they fit my eye shade and all of that, so I really don't have to cut them as often as other lashes. So I can just literally take them out the box and just throw them on. So that helps a lot and gives me a lot more time to do the rest of my face and go back and forth. Now we got those on. We're gonna take this scarf off. Try to do finger waves, but you know, practice makes perfect. Now you can see where my scarf was. We're gonna fix that right quick. So you're just gonna take a beauty blender, blend the line out, just like that. We're gonna take that brush that we used to contour, put that in, go back with my highlight, blend those all together. And there you go. Easy, simple. And just make sure it's blended and it doesn't look too like, oh, it's dark light, dark light. You want it to fade all the way around. Once we're done with that, spray my face again. I told you I'm gonna spray my face a bunch of times because this just keeps my face together basically, especially on these hot days, these warm days, even when I go to work and I want to be extra. This is pretty much what I do. So we're gonna dry that down a little bit, fan it. We're gonna go ahead and get this highlight. Can't go out without highlighter. And then that was by Makeup Revolutions. It's their Pro highlighter. I forgot the color of it, but it's one of their older ones. They put it in a Pro Pack palette type thing, so you can actually get it from there. But we're just gonna put this in the high cheekbones of my face, around the sides, on my nose, on that chin. I got a big chin, you guys see it. And then we're just gonna blend that out and over my lip. Then we're gonna take another one. I always double up on my highlight. It just makes me look more glowy. And this one is by Milani. I want to say it's their, I forgot the name of it too. But it's like it's huge. It's pretty big, and it's really, really gold-like, so it really makes my face look even more sparkle. And then we're gonna spray it one more time. I promise you this is the last time I spray it at this point. But you don't have to set your face as much as I do, but this is pretty much how my face pretty much looks in person. Then after that, you're pretty much done. You set, you ready, and we all good to go. And I'll see you guys next time.